Alright, what's going on everyone? So this is a utility guide. I know it looks a little different than the last time I did it. I'm gonna explain as to why and everything else, but I've gotten a lot of requests to continue making this series, and I never actually intended to stop making this series. I just kind of had to stop because the way I was doing it before, I realized I was they were gonna quickly get outdated as soon as a new Ichigo or a new character that belonged in Squad 6, or as soon as a new character came out, a new banner came out, there was a chance that that list was already out of date. So I figured, why not do it a different way? I'm gonna go ahead and do them basically in the order that the characters came out. This right here is going to feature the first, 46 characters to ever come out, excluding Metal Exchange characters and Frenzy characters. That will be their own list. But I decided I was going to go ahead and start doing, this is part 1 of 2 of OG characters. This is like the original stuff. I'm going to cover the first year of characters in 2 videos. This is part 1. And if you don't know what this series is, I basically take the characters you see on screen right now and put them under one or more of these categories. If they're not good for any of this, I'll put them under orbs. Basically, they're only useful for getting orbs. And if they have a somewhat decent link, like a fairly usable link, I'll put them under links. Some of these characters have normal attack damage and poison reduction, or strong attack recharge and fire resistance, or whatever. Those are also going to go under orbs, just because there's way too many of those. They can be useful in particular, like inheritance zones, just to, help out with poison or fire resistance, but I'm just going to put them under orbs because there's way too many of those to keep track of, and quite frankly, I don't remember most of them, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm also gonna, you're probably not gonna see them filled in a lot of clear time, guild quests versus bosses. You're probably not gonna see all those for this video, just because these are all OG characters. This isn't really a top 10 list or a tier list. It's basically just made to kind of help out people who are just starting out the game, or who have been playing for a while but have these characters and don't really know if they're useful for anything. And I figured, why not go ahead and start the utility guide again, but this time do it in a way that's not immediately outdated. So let's go ahead and begin with the original Aizen, who's actually the first character in the list. He was one of 5 original characters that came out, and anyway, he's number 1 in the list of BBS characters. I'm also not going to overlay their images for this video, just because there's too many characters and that would take too long. Aizen, unfortunately, he's not useful for anything else, and for pretty much anything. He was the only character, I think, the only OG character that had a full screen attack, and I mean really OG character, who had a full screen special. My bad, special. But he's not really useful for anything other than orbs. Retsu is not really useful for anything other than orbs, but she does have a heal move Strong Attack 1, which is very bizarre that her heal move would be Strong Attack 1. So we're going to go ahead and put her under support and crowd control, which I kind of bundled together in the same category here. But it's like a last ditch if you really absolutely have to have a healer in your team. Like if you're doing Inheritance Zone and you have 2 good green units and Retsu, she's good for healing and that's it. Nothing else. So we're going to go ahead and put her there. Next we have Byakuya. I had to kind of overlay some characters in the first slot just because there was way too many. Byakuya is also not that good for much of anything else either. I'm also going to drop him down here. He can be, I guess, a little useful as a ranged character if you just don't have any others, but he's just not a good character. We're going to go ahead and leave him under orbs only. Kenpachi is actually one of the few characters on this that's going to take up multiple spots. I actually quite like this Kenpachi. I tell people every time they ask me what character should I start out for the free ticket, for the free pick up 5-star ticket, I always say Kenpachi. People like to go with Chad just because he's a Chronicle Quest character, but Kenpachi is by far the most useful character probably in this video. Kenpachi, if you don't know, has Flurry, Poise, and he has a Last Ditch Survival link. This makes him really good for autoing, honestly. Not just for autoing himself, he'll be a little bit slower just because he is an older character, but he can do it. He's gonna hit hard, he's gonna come back when he dies, and he actually is a very, very good link because of this reason as well. Just because, if for nothing else, use him as a link. I use him as a link constantly, even now. For Senkaimon, he's a great link just because his strong attacks, he's got a strong attack damage link and a last ditch survival link, so not only does he bring you back, but your attacks deal more damage. So definitely a great link. I still use him to this day. He's really, really good. I'm also going to put him under PvP. He doesn't excel in PvP anymore, doesn't at all. That said, if you're just starting out and you have some characters, put him in PvP. If you're really limited on what characters you can use, he can do some damage even now. He's not the best, obviously, by any means, but poise, flurry, lasted survival, he can kind of hold his own up until like a certain level. But yeah, really, this is just it though. He's probably the most useful character on this list. Now we have the OG Ichigo, the ultimate all-rounder, who just is used for orbs. Honestly, I wish this guy was a little bit better, just because he was the first Ichigo. I do think it would have been pretty cool to have him be actually, you know, when he got resurrected, give him good stuff. But there's only so far you can do, so much you can do with the strong attacks that you're given. And they did try, but no, this character's not really good. Next we have the original Sajin, who is also going to belong in orbs only. I'm gonna drop him here. Actually, something I should say about this Ichigo, I do use him often as a link because he has a strong attack recharge link and a paralysis reduction. He's one of those characters. I did mention I was going to put those in orbs only, so that's what I'm going to do. But, you know, not a bad link if you're looking to not be paralyzed. I use them from time to time. Next we have Soifun. Soifun's one of few characters here who actually is a little bit usable as a character, honestly. She's not like OP. She isn't by any means at all. Her strong attacks are a little bit slow to activate. But she has Frenzy. She has okay range. Her normal attack is kind of fast, but honestly, just orbs. Orbs for her as well. Next we have Yama. Yama's going in orbs. I think both of his links are not good. I can't remember if he has a fire reduction and freeze reduction, or fire reduction and strong attack damage. I don't remember. It's not great though. The original version of Yoruichi, I actually like using this character. She's fun. Her and Soifun have the exact same moves, if I remember correctly, though she does have a better link. That's why I'm actually going to put her here. She does have a slightly better link. She has a strong attack recharge link and an evasion link. Putting this on an autoing character who's based off of strong attack recharge is actually not bad, because they have a little bit more than a 10% chance to completely dodge the enemy specials. And they have a 10% strong attack recharge link. So, not bad. Honestly, not bad. And she's a fun character. She's kind of like Soifun, where she has Frenzy, and you can technically use her for PvE. But I'm not going to put her in the PvE section just because she's not that good. She's really just a link. Next we have Tozen. Tozen's also going down here. I don't remember what he has. I think he has... I don't know. I'm just going to put him down here. I really don't remember. Mayuri. I think Mayuri is one of the few characters who has two status ailment reduction links. I don't remember... I don't remember exactly what they were, but he has them. Did I move the thing? No, okay. Ukiora. Ukiora's also going down here. Sorry, buddy. You're not good. Toshiro. Okay, this Toshiro is actually... I did say I was going to do Metal Exchange characters a little separately. This Toshiro is kind of a copy of the Metal Exchange character. The Metal Exchange character is a speed character. There is another Toshiro that came out that very few people have that is a power Toshiro. They have the exact same moves, but the power one's a little bit better because he has different abilities. They're both not good though, and they both can't be 6 stars, so he's just gonna stay down there. Uryu's not good. I really wish this guy was better. I love this Uryu's design. I think it's my favorite one in the entire, my favorite Uryu in the entire game design-wise. But he has the worst, just the worst. He's just the worst. He's only got one attack for his normal attack string, and yeah, it's got a 120 mag, but it's bad and it's slow and it's terrible and I don't like it. It's bad. Next we have the Yoruichi. Yoruichi here, unlike the other Yoruichi, I think she's actually got better stats. If I'm not mistaken, the swimsuit version of Yoruichi, she has evasion and a strong attack damage link. I'm going to put her down here just because the only reason this one's over here is because of a strong attack recharge link, whereas this one has a strong attack damage link. And while they're both useful in their own way, strong attack recharge is more useful and probably more likely used for auto than this one. I'm gonna have to double up on this on the orb side of things, honestly, just because we're gonna fill that spot really quickly. I'm glad it filled it up though, because I actually didn't know when I made this, so this works out well. Next we have Byakuya. Byakuya, the swimsuit version of Byakuya. This guy, he's kind of usable in a pinch if you absolutely need to, but that's it. Like he's got the same moves as the other Byakuya, but he has a little bit better abilities, if I'm not mistaken. And I think his stats might be better on some end. I don't remember exactly, but he's an OG swimsuit character. He's just not good. He's just not good. Honestly, some of these characters I'm going to talk about are some of the reasons I'm really excited for them to that they're remaking the characters, but with like like the new White Day characters that are just reskins of the older characters. I'm really excited for. Renji is also going down here. Sorry, Renji, you're not good. The swimsuit version of Retsu, on the other hand, is an amazing Link. She is so good. She's also gonna go. She's gonna go under crowd control. I mean, support and crowd control, because she's also got that heal move for her strong attack, so she can actually do that. And she's got a heal move special. Both of these do. But I use this Link constantly. She's got a very, very useful Link. She's got a boosted 25% stamina recovery Link and a strong attack recharge Link of 10%. She is a very useful Link if you're autoing with a tech character that you're just going off of strong attack recharge build. I use her as a Link constantly with my Can't Fear Your Own World Halibel, because the strong attack recharge aspect is still in there, and she recovers 25% of her health every time she enters a new area. It's such a useful Link. If you have her, resurrect her, use her as a Link. I highly, highly recommend it. Soy Fun, I think this one is a little bit better. Well, I think this one has slightly better abilities than the other Soy Fun, but she's got like an Espada killer, and she's just not good. This Rangiku actually has a beam shot, but it's like very, very, very what's the word? Low range. It just doesn't have any range. She's not good. I wish she was. Toshiro, also a terrible character. I think he's the only swimsuit character who wasn't resurrected. Next we have Shinji. Shinji, if I remember correctly, I know he has evasion as a startup Link, but I think, let me see here. I know I have it pulled up. I have everyone pulled up right now because I'm trying to do this pretty quickly. There we go, yeah. Okay, never mind. He's gonna go under Links just because his Link is the exact same as the original Yoroichi. It's evasion and a strong attack recharge of 10%. So not a good character at all, but decent Link if you're gonna auto with the strong attack recharge character and you don't have the strong attack damage and strong attack recharge Link. You can use him, and then there's a slight chance the enemies will miss. Honestly, here, let's do this. I like to put the ones that are just barely on the list at the bottom left, and the ones that are really good at the top left. So we're gonna do it that way. Next we have Hachi. Hachi sucks. We're gonna put him down here. Sorry, Hachi. Next we have Hiyori. Hiyori's also not good. I said Hiyori is also not good. There we go. I don't remember if this Renji. I don't remember if Free Renji got resurrected or not. That's how great this guy is. Don't even remember if he got a resurrection. A lot of people's first 5-star was this Renji, just because everyone gets him for free after a while. Everyone gets him for free. Next we have this Ichigo. Everyone should have a variation of this Ichigo. That is the arena mode. This is not him. The arena mode Ichigo that everyone got is a mind character. This Ichigo, which is the exact same design, is a tech character. They gave him out, I think for JP, they gave everyone this character if they started, like, if they downloaded the game like day one or something. For Global, he kind of came out a little later just because he didn't have a release, but the character was still the same. Bottom line, this Ichigo's bad. This Ichigo's very, very bad. Not good. White, okay. Actually, this is going to seem weird. I'm going to put him right here. PvE is kind of where I put them if they don't fit under any category, but they're still somewhat usable for PvE. I'm gonna put White there. Honestly, I've used him in Senkaimon from time to time. If I needed a tech hollow when I didn't have one, I've used them. And while I did have to like increase his, actually I didn't increase anything. While I had to give him really good accessories and give him a Senkaizen build, Senkaimon Aizen is all links, he pulled it off. He really did. Honestly, I'm surprised how okay this character is. Don't get me wrong. He's like barely on there, but he's an option. I'm not gonna lie. I've used him. He's also strangely, he got worse when he got resurrected. As weird as that sounds, or rather, his damage output got worse because while his stats did increase, he had like a plus 20 Berserker and Frenzy, and that got replaced to Devastation and Frenzy. Like he lost his plus 20 Berserker when he got resurrected, which is very, very weird. Don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave him there just because I've used him for Senkaimon in I'm just gonna leave him there. Next we have the Ikaku Madarame, the original Ikaku. This guy, pretty useful link. He's got a normal attack damage link and a strong attack damage link. Honestly, if you're going for a hybrid character, not a bad option. Just because he can fulfill both roles, honestly. Next we have Rangiku. I'm sorry, Rangiku. I wish you were better. I'm going to put you down here. She did get a little bit better when she got resurrected, but unfortunately her strong attacks are not great. Her special is awful. She has a long stride, which is bizarre, but she doesn't have sprinter, so she can only do it once, which is just weird. She's the main reason I'm really excited for characters to be remade in the original seasonal designs. I'm really excited to get Witch Rangiku, and I hope they do that. Frankenstein Ichigo also is going to go down here. I believe he has a stamina recovery, so he recovers health, but he has a strong attack damage link. But it's really, you're probably not going to use that if we're being honest, unless you're going for a Senkaizen build. You're probably not going to use that. It's not the same as Retsu's here, who's a strong attack recharge. That's mostly for autoing. And I guess you can do this with Ichigo, but he's not really all that worth it. Wolfman Hitsugaya, another reason I'm really excited for the seasonals to get remade. I'm going to leave him down here because he is not good. The Halloween Rukia, got to put her down here as well. I think she also has two two abilities that two links that reduce status elements. Next we have Orihime. Orihime doesn't have a good secondary link when she got resurrected, but she does have a heal move for one of her strong attacks, so I'm going to put her down here just because she can be used for support if you absolutely need to, in the same way as these other ones. I think she has a boosted link of 25% stamina recovery, so I guess if you wanted to use her as a link, you can, but her other link is weaken reduction. It's not really going to help you much, but the extra 25 is kind of nice. Next, we have Grimmjow. Grimmjow, the original PvP terror. Honestly, not a PvP terror anymore. You can still somewhat use him as a link. I'm going to put him down here just because he's not the best link in the world. He's got like a damage reduction link and an attack up at 100. So if you absolutely need a link, an extra damage reduction link for PvP, he can kind of fill that void until you have something a little bit better, just because he also increases the attack as well as decreases the damage taken. But that's where I'm going to leave him. This other Orihime, the original Orihime, let me click here to see what she has. She has the same link as Retsu. I'm going to put her over here. It's a little watered down because she has a 20% stamina recovery and a strong attack recharge link, whereas Retsu has 25%, so Retsu is better in that regard, but that's it. She's just a link, nothing else. The original and much needed remake of Visored Ichigo also has a stamina recovery soul trait, but he has a strong attack damage soul trait for his original soul trait, so I'm going to put him down here just because he doesn't exactly fill that void. I think it's the exact same link as Halloween Ichigo, if I'm not mistaken. Try to get these lined up and it really doesn't matter. There we go. Nope. Whatever. It'll stay there. Alright, next we have Uryu. I don't actually remember what he can do, but I looked through all of these guys and I think his didn't... oh yeah, it's evasion and like a status reduction, so he's just gonna go down here. Chad is also not that good. He's good for Chronicle Quest. If you have him, I guess you can strengthen him to try to take out some of that Chronicle Quest, but that's it. He's good for nothing else other than that. Kisuke is actually not a terrible option for PvE. And guys, when I put these guys for PvE, I don't mean Inheritance Zone. I don't mean that at all. I mean if you're just going for a run, or if you're going for a Senkaimon floor and you actually need to fill specific stuff, that's it. You do not take these guys in Inheritance Zone or to auto anything. Don't do it. They're just okay for PvE and can probably get the job done if they're the only tech characters you have. That's really all I mean. He has okay range for his strong attacks. It's terrible, but it's doable. And he has Frenzy. And honestly, he also has a useful link. He has a strong attack recharge link and crystal drop jewels. So, I'm going to put these a little bit to the left. I should have made this a little bigger. I'm a fool! Editing on the spot! Alright. Yeah, he's got a useful link. Crystal drop and strong attack recharge. So I'm going to leave him there. Like I said, only PvE if they're the only tech characters you have, but that's it. Lisa, I really love this Lisa. Any character with the spear, I've said it before, I really like. Unfortunately, she's not good, so I'm going to put her down here. The Christmas version of Jushiro, same thing. I think you can actually use him for PvE. I don't remember. I know I did a rewind on him a while ago, but he doesn't really stand out. Kisuke kind of did, because he did stand out a little bit, but Jushiro didn't. Hiyori also, not great. I'm going to put her down here. Sajin, my very first 5 out of 5 character. I hate you. I'm going to put you down here. Goodbye, Sajin. Next we have the New Year's Orihime. The New Year banner is the last banner. I decided to do this just because it felt right to end it on New Year. This Orihime, along with, I think, yeah, every New Year's character has a secondary link that's just a status element reduction. She also has a boosted 25% stamina recovery soul trait, but that's all she has going for, unfortunately. I don't think she's a heal character either. I think I don't even think she's a heal character. I think she's just all damage. Which is just weird, but I'm just gonna leave her down here. Same thing for Kaien, same thing for Byakuya. They can probably, I think Kaien I know has Frenzy, I want to say. I don't remember, but there you have it. That's part 1 of the OG characters. I kind of wanted to skip them just because they're so old and so very, very few are good. Like, look at this. Everyone went into the orb section with the exception of some very, very few ones that went into links. So the support class is really only because they have a heal move, and even that, it's very, like, if you absolutely have to, you don't have a choice. The only notable one I would say here, the thing you should take away from this, if you've played the game for over a year and you have a decent amount of characters, and you're like, okay, which one should I actually worry about maxing out to actually use them? In any regard, I would say the only ones you should actually do are Kenpachi, the original Kenpachi, and the swimsuit version of Retsu. That's it. No other character. Basically, if I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Basically just these two. These two are the only ones that are worth work with me. There's so many pictures on screen that it's not letting me do anything. Yeah, these two are the only ones if you have them. If you've been playing for a while and you have these characters, you should, because I still use them as links. I'm sure other people would as well. Everyone else is kind of just a suggestion. If you're just starting out and you don't have other options, then these are pretty good options to do. With that said, this is part 1 of 2 of the original characters. I'll try to have part 2 out either later this week or next week, because I really want to do this series again. Usually when I did this series, I would overlay the pictures of the characters. I didn't do that for this video just because the sheer amount of characters that would be on here, that would take me an eternity to do. I might do that when I'm doing them, in later times, but not right now. When I do this, after the original characters are done, I'm only going to do a few banners at a time, and I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into the character, or try to. Or if anything else, just to make the video shorter, because I'm sure this is dragging on. But with that said, let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.